Welcome to the 1 Minute Apologist. If you had 1 minute apologia to be able to unpack for the audience, we interview the world's leading apologists to provide credible answers to curious questions. Brad, is God a tyrant for demanding our worship?
Well, the first thing that we need to understand is that everybody worships something, and we think it's completely legitimate to do so. So for instance, we see a football player. We will worship him to some degree, so we'll ascribe worth to him. So if he's a good quarterback, we'll say, oh, he's very accurate in his throwing, he throws a lot of touchdowns, he's a great quarterback. Compare him to someone else who's not as good, say, oh, he's not as good as this guy. And so there's worth that is being ascribed to him. So we do this all the time with so many things. And so just the whole concept of worshiping something is completely legitimate. Now, what's important to realize is what is it that you're worshiping? And you worship something, or you give worth to something relative to its characteristics or its actions. And so this football player is better than that football player based upon some kind of actions. Well, when we come to God, we start with who He is, what He is. He's a maximally perfect being. There is no other being who's like Him. He's perfect in His holiness, in His character. He's a morally perfect being. He's a powerful being. He is the one who is responsible for creating us. We don't even beat our own heart. But it's God who is responsible for our very life and our very breath. So you think about who He is, and you realize, well, that being is worthy of all of our worship. He's worthy of our complete allegiance. A football player's not. You know, we can say, hey, he's a good passer, but I'm not going to give my life to that quarterback because of those skills. But a being like God is unlike any other, and I owe my existence to Him. And so it's perfectly appropriate that He demands my worship. In fact, to not give Him that worship is to commit the greatest sin.